Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy King Gabe here, and here to talk about old Brownie B. Brown. Yeah, hey, what that? What that? Yeah, let me talk about yes, I know the videos the return of Brownie. Like, well, where did Brownie go? You know, and he part of the Yumeko series. I mean, why did he go? Well, yeah, well, I say the return because it's related to what's going to be coming, and yeah, book 4 of Yumiko is still it's still going to be written next year. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we hadn't started and went back and changed the yeah. It's so yeah, it's not going the writing's not going to start till next year. Ooh, excuse me there. So yeah, now so this is what has come to mind for before, which is going to involve Brownie, as well as also his friends as well. They're kind of relating back to what to something that happened in the previous books. Before we go into this, make sure you definitely like, share, subscribe. You know, uh, super super chat special special thanks, super chat. Definitely get some of our available books and everything. We can still hook you up with that. I know we had the book signed and all that, but hey, still can get you hooked up, and as well as also support us on that Patreon, just like AJ the Supreme, Big Sis Casey, and the Iceman Universe. Go, Iceman Universe, go. So yep, all of that. Hang out with us on the Discord and and Facebook, and we can sell each other some stuff on the Macari app. So on with the video. So yeah, in an earlier video, I think it was Yumiko, for 2025 and onward. It's 2024, so yeah, next year will be 2025, which actually is the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers SPD. In- Interesting. um, and also the year that SPD actually took place in, since it was came out in '05. But anyway, don't want to get off topic. Originally the plan was I think it was going to go into going right away into introducing Target, which that's still going to happen. I'm going to get to that in a minute. That's still going to happen along with some other story ideas. I'll let y'all know how that's probably going to be now. However, as of now, like I say, the idea for the next book, next story as well, might possibly be one book or two-parter. We're not sure, but yeah, next story definitely will involve be mainly Brownie focused. Um, so this is what it's gonna going back with the first book, Yumiko One, the novel one. The first thing, Hiko and Samuel, they came to Yumiko looking for Brownie, in order to try to have their first adventure, of course. And Hiko mentioned all about different stuff Brownie had done, like well he was he's saved his sensei from this army of Kappa Clan ninjas, which Kappa Clan, that is something that's going to be touched upon in a later book there, which will happen to involve Julie. Huh. Huh. Something about that. Which will involve Julie. Then there will be the. Then he also mentioned how Brownie had also had like his own little talk show and everything, which that's something that's gonna go in possibly into the backstory, just all him. But yeah, it's definitely gonna, like I say, Brownie focus. Yeah, this talk show, the what you call it, the band, yes, the band that Brownie had, um, as well as also when he saved the mayor's daughter. So yeah, so pretty much a lot of that there. So yeah, there's gonna pretty much be something like that there. Ooh. So anywho, so going with what's going on in book 4. I'm not sure what the title would be, but like I say, I have a feeling. I'm kind of thinking at this very moment that it's going to involve Brownie being in high school in the book, like probably possibly starting out in high school. He meets Gerald and Dashtail and Billy for the first time, and there's gonna be a few other characters that he would meet up with. Uh, yeah, that he would actually meet up with and everything. Um, he may not it may not be like well, it may kind of start at the beginning of high school, then sort of I would say, uh, kind of give a brief like when he meets all his friends, then sort of, kind of, like I would say at least up to him being like possibly up to being 16 or something like that. The driving age, and this is why, of course, things could be a little different with this, but um, what's gonna lead to after him and all his friends meet each other. There's actually some other friends of his that we didn't see in the first few books, but that's gonna be in this flashback and an explanation of why we don't see them now. Um, there's one gonna be a few couple of characters. Jack, I think his last name. I want to say his last name. With Jack Armstrong. Yes, because he has a little sister named Sally Armstrong. Jack Armstrong is like I would say Brownie's a brown terrier dog. So Jack Armstrong would be sort of like I want to say a white hound dog. Yeah, white anthropomorphic hound dog, and his little sister Sally is a green rabbit, anthropomorphic green rabbit. Then he got um, let's say the other one, Barry Barron. Now, anybody looking at this who's read the first book is probably like, wait a minute, wasn't Barry uh, Barron like the that manager for Anna? So I'm going to say this is what I'm thinking in terms of that could cause he's so just like how Brownie kind of it's explained that Brownie got into firefighting really early, like he started training for it, and by the time he graduated and became like 18, graduated along with his friends. They were able to go right from high school to officially working as firefighters, and also because of their capabilities in like rescue missions, they added. This is how the Beyond Fire thing uh, got added to the fire station they work at. So, and yeah, definitely, I'm pretty sure Mr. Fluffles will be in there because, like I say, they started like after school doing firefighter training and stuff like that. Uh, so, um, so with that said, so yeah, it'd be kind of so almost like almost like somewhat of an origin there. Um, so yeah, they started firefighter training, high school. Um, then like meet all his friends. We get to see them. Oh, that's right, the other friend. Yeah, Barry Barron. So yeah, you mentioned Barry Barron. He was in the first book as Anna's um, agent there, kind of working with her and everything. I actually I was about to say that maybe this Barry Barron grew up with Brownie them, and this is what he became. But I'm going to I'm going to say that maybe it's a possibility that he because that he actually has a son, the one that's Anna's manager, and his son is Barry Jr. So Barry Jr. would be the one that's grown up with Brownie and his friends, like Jack Taylor and all them. Um, and I want to. There's also another character I want to say possibly grew up with them. And then again, wait, it is possible. Like I said, when I get the story together, it'll come together a little bit more because these other characters, like Barry Baron and Jack Taylor, might possibly, I would say, may possibly be a little older than Brownie, especially because of one particular character that they hang with, that is around the same age as Emily. In the first book, Emily mentioned that she was 23, and Brownie at that point is 21 at the beginning of the series. So yeah, Brownie had just started high school. Then these other guys that I'm mentioning would probably be at least about 16 already. Uh, so yeah, maybe they might be like the cool kids of the school already. Maybe Brownie's trying to hang with them when he first starts there and everything. Yeah, kind of like that old story there. So um, yeah, like I say, you never know. Maybe it's a possibility that this same Barry could be the one that grew up to be Anna's manager because, like I say, these others, Barry, Jack, and the other guy, I'm not gonna mention them because that's gonna be a bit of a spoiler. Chances are maybe, they wouldn't have necessarily become firefighters like Brownie, Dashdale, Billy, and Gerald. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe that might be. You never know. Uh, and like I say, but the one way that they would kind of connect with Brownie is probably a battle of the bands type of thing. So there would be something like that going on. Uh, battle of the bands, almost like when the Alvin and the Chipmunks went up against the Chipettes kind of thing. So yeah. Oh, and then another. Oh yeah, a couple of other characters that would also be introduced into this. Um, Miss Red Dog. Now this is a character I actually that I actually have a plush toy of. But I don't necessarily have like a big history with him. Um, he's kind of like a little red mini bear, but I called him Red Dog. And yeah, it's not because I never really did a whole lot with him. I intended to. Matter of fact, he was mentioned in the Brown Chronicles. Yeah, Brown. Yeah, he wasn't mentioned. He was shown in the Brown Chronicles. There's a picture of him in here. Hey, Brown. Yeah, with performing with Brownie. As a matter of fact, okay, that's him. If I can point him out. Yeah. Oh boy, it's kind of a little hard to do there. Right over here with the green on there. I think it looks green here. And then over here is Jack Armstrong that I mentioned, and over here on right behind Brownie on the keyboard, that's Barry Baron there. So yeah, just my and the reason why I say that, like them being older than Brownie, sort of like the way Emily is, because I'm thinking in turn, they were when I was a kid. These were plush toys I had before I had Brownie. So, matter of fact, Barry Baron and Red Dog, um, and even Jack, they were plush toys from like when I was like a little toddler. And then when I got like anywhere between 6 to 8 years old, then I ran across Brownie at Granny's house there. So yeah, kind of a link with that history. So yeah, that's quite some history there. Almost making me think of Ducktales talking about all this. But so yeah, they would be older like Emily is. Yeah, you have like I say, Red Dog. He actually would have another real name that he goes by, and Red Dog would be like his sort of nickname there. Sort of like Romeo Miller. They call him They used to call him Little Romeo when he first started rapping. Then I know some of y'all probably remember Shad Moss. And somebody who's like, well, who in the world is Shad Moss? Because I assume a lot of people would know this, but there probably is some people that don't, because I didn't even, because I had to find this out too. But Shad Moss, well, when he started rapping, he went by the name Little Bow Wow. Now you know who I'm talking about, Bow Wow. Little Bow Wow. You just don't know. I feel you. They're playing basketball. They love that basketball. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah, kind of like that, like the whole stage name thing. Yeah. Yeah, Red Dog would be like a stage name for him, and he would have a actual real birth name. Yeah. That's in development. Red Dog and another character called Mervon. Like I mentioned before, he's a little red bear actually. Mervon Williams would be sort of like a anthropomorphic pit bull, kind of a black anthropomorphic pit bull. But he's a nice guy and everything. Real good student, like his friends. Sort of put me in the mind of Ace the Bat Hound, the way he was made in DC Super Pets. He was played by Kevin Hart. Real good movie, by the way. Y'all definitely gotta check that movie out. Yeah, he had a he even had an emotional story. I wasn't even expecting that. I was like, man, y'all making me cry for a pit bull here, man. Like, wow. So yeah, definitely check that out. So yeah, those would be the friends, and then like I say, the 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 one that I am not mentioning by name, that he so this would act because, and the reason why he's in this, um, his person. I will tell you this about about the character I'm not telling you the name of. He kind of got a personality similar to, um, remember Star Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, sort of like him, played by Chris Pratt. And if you put Star Lord, Chris Pratt's interpretation, in a blender with how Chris Pratt played Garfield, oh boy, yeah, all say the all cool and stuff like that. Yeah. So um so yeah so yeah, it'd be pretty much like that. Yeah, Brandy trying to fit in with them, but of course, then let's see. So we got the unnamed character, Mervyn Williams, Red Dog, Jack Armstrong. Now his little sister doesn't go to isn't in high school, obviously. So, and possibly and Barry Barron. So that actually would be five of them. Um, so, uh, so yeah, it'd be five of them. They kind of have their own little band thing going. Uh, and it would, there's a whole battle of the bands thing that will go on in Brownie's little story there, and from that, to going to kind of the meat of the flashback, the rescue mission. Now I want to. Now, of course, probably I would say Sally is probably right at would probably be the same age as Anna. So, like Anna is like 18 at this point, or possibly 19. So if Brownie's like 14 in this flashback, she'd probably be like 12. Sally would be there. Um, so I'm thinking, maybe let's see. Okay, so you got Brownie, Dashtail, Gerald, and Billy. Um, there is a possibility of a fifth character with Brownie and his friends that maybe probably not. Oh, with them. Maybe maybe he moved or something like that. But yeah, maybe he was with them back then. Gotta think of one of my other plush toys. Might possibly, maybe it might possibly bring it. This be a good, maybe to even things out. My possibly bring in Murray Wilson. Murray Wilson. He's a little green mouse I had, or possibly this bear I had that I got for Christmas called Stanley. Um, I didn't exactly I don't know exactly what last name I would give him. But yeah, it was a little bear I got, and the reason I even named him Stanley was because of Arthur's teddy bear was named Stanley. Yeah, because I was watching Arthur at the time when I got the bear. I was still watching Arthur from like seventh and eighth grade. Um, so yeah, like I say, you never know what other plush toy of mine might pop up in high school with Brownie and his friends. Um, and the reason why I said a fifth first because of the fact I just counted off a total of five with Peter's group. So yeah, probably uh, with Peter's group. Um, so yeah, that probably would be what's happening there. And maybe this fifth member who's in the battle of the band with Brownie and his friends um, might possibly go on the adventure with them to save the mayor's daughter. But he might not necessarily be he may not necessarily be interested in being a firefighter and everything, and probably would end up getting thinking of taking like another career path or something like that, and that's kind of what would cause him to part ways with Brownie and friends. Not on a bad note, but sort of like the Scooby Gang and Scooby Doo Zombie Island, because they have been solving mysteries for so long, and they wanted to try out other things like Daphne had became a talk show host with Fred kind of supporting her. Shaggy and Scooby was sort of just trying to get a job in general, trying to keep a job, and Belmo was doing books and stuff like that. So yeah, it's uh, so yeah, like I say, not completely sure which one I choose. So many of my plush toys out there, and then I might, and who knows, might even come up with a new with maybe like a whole new one or something like that. Who knows? So yeah, like I say, that would be the thing with Brownie's story. It'd be sort of like it, and what it would be. He would be telling this story to the kids. Matter of fact, when book four would start, it would just go right into him in high school. It won't even be like, Brownie comes into a room and like, I remember, and then ding a ding, ding a ding, ding a ding, Brownie is imagining. So it would just start right into it. Because DuckTales did something like that when they did sort of in that episode, The First Adventure with Uncle Scrooge, the first time him, Donald, and Della, the first adventure the three of them took together. They just went right into what the episode was about there. So probably something like that. And then at the end of the story, then it'd be like, oh, he was telling this. Brownie was talking to the kids about this. So um, like I say, he would. So it'd probably be something like that there. Like I say, and who knows, might even have because I really like to get I like to get really get some characters out there. So might pick might possibly pick two or three other plush toys to add into this. Like maybe there's two other friends that were in Brownie's group, band group, and in Peter's group, a total of six members there for the band there. So, but it might possibly stick with 5-on-5 because I think there could be bands that have quite a bit of that have maybe six or more, maybe possibly. I'm not completely sure, but most bands that I've seen, me and my wife that we have listened to or something like that, majority of them. Maybe there's one we that because sometimes we hear certain bands and may forgot about them, but um, most of the ones that we remember was like anywhere between, I would say, possibly a trio to four to five. Five was like you had bands like New Kid on the Block. That was five of them. Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step one. Step by step, ooh baby. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, be pretty much like that there. Yeah. So I like those kind of bands. Like I say, and chances are it possibly would be a two-parter, like book one and two of Yumeko, where it started off. It was we was focused on Brownie in the first book, with him at the fire station with his little group, and Emily had just become a new firefighter and everything. Brownie was trying to holler at her, like, "Hey, what's up, Emily?" And then it continued in the second book, right where the first book left off, but was kind of targeted toward Hiko because they had to rescue his grandparents there. And now we got the third book, of course, that's going to be Samuel donning his cape and cowl as Star Striker. Um, and then, of course, like I just mentioned, Brownie, back back to Brownie. Yeah, to give y'all a little, and then like I say, this is probably the best time to do a flashback story like this rather than wait till later, because it does play into what's gonna happen continuing on with Brownie and his friends there, as well as possibly having some effects on the other characters outside of them, like Hiko in the game. Speaking of which, after that, just to give y'all a heads up, um, and say heads up, after Brownie's story and some a mysterious reveal to go into a future story, no spoilers. The next story would be involving Flora, uh, some her and kind of if you hadn't seen like the previous update videos of book number three when it was in development. Of course, now we got to get it. I'll come to that. But when it was in development, there was mentions about like with Samuel and Flora, sort of, kind of, say getting a little close together. But like I say, Samuel's like, "Look, girl, I'm trying to take it slow here." And Flora was like, "Well, I thought I was your girlfriend," kind of thing. Yeah, because I'm your fairy girlfriend. So, um, yeah, it was kind of hinted at in the other update videos for book three. So yeah, kind of dive more into that after Brownie's flashback story. Yeah, dive more into that, and where yeah, it's gonna lead somewhere. And then of course, then that's I plan to introduce Target after that. Brian becoming Target. So then, probably the other stuff that will come. There'll probably be something involving Hiko with his cousins. Sort of a Wild West adventure, possibly. Cause he has some cousins over in Houston, Texas. Sort of like I did when I was Hiko's age. I had some cousins of mine that they back here now. Well, okay, well they were back here now, but they kind of, I think one of them have grown up and moved back to Texas again. But back then, yeah, this is where they were from. They just like I am, born here in Shreveport. But at that time, I was at Hiko's age. Yeah, they had moved out to Texas with my oldest uncle and his wife, and because he was pastoring a church out there, so yeah, be something like that in the future. And then I know I mentioned about whole thing with Julie. There's a story with her and Tim and Melina. that's more than likely going to come when they start back to school. So it's going to be, like I say, it is still coming. It's, but we're going to do a few other things before we get to that. While summer's still going on, the summer arc, summer is a, or summer. I think they think the movie called Summer Wars, but I call it the summer arc. So yeah, Julie will be coming, which will also introduce Julius because, like I say, at first he was already in the story, but I went back and took him out. So yeah, right before I published the second book, before the second book came out, I went back and made a really big edit of editing him out, and now I got to also edit him out of the third book because yeah, like I say, Julius is gonna be a part of it, but he needs to show up later, and he's also another character from Big Sis Casey, just like Julie, Naomi, Tim, and Melina are, and Mr. Fluffles. So yeah, yeah, all those characters are from Casey, and like I said, Julius is also a character of her creation as well. Matter of fact, because at one point, I was wondering if if we should still have him in the story, and so Casey and I we were talk when we was talking about it. Um, I was sharing some ideas with some other characters, and then the subject of Julius came up, and she liked some of the other ideas I was sharing, but she still wanted Julius in there. So okay, so like I say, so yeah, he will come when they go back to school and Julie returns home, because there is some because there's I think I want to. It will make more sense doing it that way than having him already in the story. Because there's that whole thing of wow, he looks just like Hiko, and yeah, if I had kept him in the story and not okay, let me take him out and bring him in here later, there would be a big continuity. That well, not so, well. Oh yeah, there would be a lot of question of, wait, if he looks like Hiko, okay, well, are they gonna find out why that is? Are they gonna, ask some questions or something like that? So yeah, it'll be much better if it comes later because, like I say, it won't. When they all go back to school, he'll actually be in Japan. So Hiko won't see him right away. He'll see him later, but Julie will be the first to meet up with Julius before then, and which means her and Tim and Melina, they're gonna like that kid looks just like Hiko. So yeah, so probably they will be asking some questions and trying to find out about him and stuff like that. So yeah, there will be that coming up when school starts, um, as well as a few other storylines that will tie in with that there. So yeah, that is pretty much it there. Like I say, mostly with letting y'all know about Brownny coming back, and just sort of threw in some other stuff, that's going to be coming after that. But yeah, like I say, probably I'm assuming it'll be a two-parter. But yeah, next story will be about Brownny. Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a two-parter because of the way I've been writing the first three books there. So yeah, if it continues like that, that's probably what it's going to end up being like. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I say, hope you and and also a fair bit of warning. Like I say, so far all the books are still $7, including the novels, and probably this one that's coming out. It should be $7 as well. That's what I'm assuming right now. I hadn't published it yet because I gotta get it proofed and stuff. But I'm assuming that it'll be $7. If it do be, if for some reason, because what I determine it by is how much I have to pay to order these books. All the other books that I've ordered, I was able to put $7 on them, so to sell to you guys, and like I say, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good start off there. But be advised, just a fair bit of warning. Now I highly doubt that the third book would be like this, but it could be. It might, depending on how, and that depends on how much it costs for me to order it. it might cost a little more than the other books, and some of the books after it might be, because like I say, um, all the and a lot of it depends on what goes into these stories and how long it comes out. Because that's one. Because see, like with the comic books, I purposely was trying to keep them limited, where yeah they would come out to be $7. The novels, I did the novels one like Christina. She's still working on her Bubblina novel. One thing with these novels, I told Christina this too. Don't try to shorten. If you know like I mean if it be a short story, okay that's fine. But don't try to focus on what all you want in your story. It might now and what it comes out to that just comes out to. So like I say, future books that come out might possibly go up a little bit if the length of them is a little longer. Um, Probably not. It shouldn't be too much higher. I would say anywhere as an estimate. I would say anywhere between. I would say probably would anywhere between $10 to $15 at most. If like I say, if it goes up past seven, it probably in the range of $10 to $15 at most. Just saying, like any books in the future. So just that's just a heads up. If y'all still wanting to follow the series, because like I say, we're just our focus is getting the story out, and from beginning to end. Okay, now that's that story, story to story. So the length of each story could be different, could vary, all depending on what all needs to go into it. So yeah, so yep, it makes so yep. Like I say, like that said, like, share, subscribe. Definitely make sure y'all get the books that we have so y'all can be caught up before the others come out. Like I say, be on the lookout for the chance of price change of going a little up, not too far up, because I don't want to open, I don't want to be. Yeah, I ain't saying it's gonna be like $100 or anything like that. That just be ridiculous, but yeah, just say it might. But future books might possibly might just go up a little bit because maybe more a length in them. There's gonna like I say there will cause my second book actually the first book only had the cover page picture. Then there was a couple of pictures at the beginning and end, like Ramon and this hat monster. The second book had Hiko, and then it had some different pictures of Hiko, with a skull, spider, and also this skeleton, the skeleton dragon. So that's also another thing to take into consideration. Like I say, again, it's not like the comic books where it's nothing but pictures, but there might be a few depending on the story again. Like the Star Striker, there's probably going to be a picture of Star Striker. Matter of fact, I'm going to be working on a sketch of Star Striker. I don't have my Photoshop is still not working, but what we're going to be doing for all of our books from here on out, like the first two books, it was a picture of Brownie for the first book, but had like the AI to animate him, and the second book was AI of Hiko and a few other things. Yes, like I say, it was AI because like at that time, I didn't I didn't have my Photoshop, and there was something I was trying to work out, but I couldn't get it in time. But now I do. With my big sis Casey, we have to say yeah. So we've actually another heads up. We've actually discussed how to get put a few pictures in the novel. Not a whole lot, but just a few pictures in each novel, especially for the cover. I will sketch it out, like say for example the picture of Star Striker, sketch them out, then send it to Casey. She's got Photoshop and everything, and the only thing she would have to do is run it through her Photoshop and color it there. So yeah, we definitely almost kind of make me think of like a music editor there when they be with the term. or a movie editor there. So yeah, that's what's gonna be happening. Yeah, so that's what we are gonna be up to. So there'll be updates coming with that as book number 3 is gonna be proof, and I'm gonna be working on the, like I say, me and Case gonna be getting the pictures together for it, and then final proofs, and then getting it published so y'all can. So by next month, y'all can have it just in time for Halloween, So um, that's what's gonna be. Um, like I say, so yeah, again, make sure y'all get those catch up on these books before we get to that point, and support us on that Patreon, just like your boy AJ Supreme, Big Sis Casey, and the Iceman Universe. Go, Iceman Universe. Go, 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 go. And then imagine, and not just, and then imagine Deadpool will show up, be like, hey everyone, that's not Brownie talking. He's just holding him over his mouth to talk for him, so you won't think that he's talking. Deadpool. Yes. That's just lazy writing. So, yeah. This hang out with us on Discord and Facebook, and also that Macari app. And we will see y'all in the next videos of updates and stuff for book number 3, and possibly some other stuff as we go along. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work going toward book number 3 coming up. So yeah, you'll definitely be hearing a lot on that in a lot of the next few videos. So until then, take care, everybody.